Hey guys, welcome back to another F1 2022 video. Today we're going to be heading on to our third race, I believe, because this will be a third video, and we're changing things up a little bit. So the past two videos, what I did was it was like a short race kind of session thing. It was like 5 laps, no formation lap, no pit stops or anything like that, and I kind of wanted the more like F1 experience. I think it'll be more entertaining as well. So. We're heading into like the medium session length now. It's you get pit stops, you get formation laps, you get it's 16 laps instead of 5. Now I'm still going to try to keep the video length a little bit shorter, like how the second episode was. I'm not trying to do 30-minute episodes for all of them. That just gets boring and repetitive. So what we're going to try to do, I'm going to try to edit it up in the post production process and kind of make it a little bit more like the exciting parts. Not I'm not going to pull the for the whole 16 laps in there, like how I was for the past few, videos where I had all 5 laps in there, like barely trimmed up at all. We're just going to be doing, like the more exciting parts, and we'll probably keep the first like 4 or 5 laps in there fully, and then we'll kind of even it out to just to the more the highlights, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's how this video is gonna try to go, just as a little heads up. But I've completed the first practice. Um, this map, this track is definitely interesting. We're gonna skip practice 2 and 3 just because I feel like it was a pretty easy track, and I feel like I got a hang of it.
The session has drawn
Um,
to a close, so let's review our top three.
so we're gonna head on into the qualifying. This is Australia, so it's not too bad, but um, yeah, so we're gonna be heading to this, us and our boy Jensen Bunsen here, for D-Libs Motors. So we're gonna see if this race goes a little bit better than last time. I also did raise the difficulty quite a bit. I want it to be more competitive. Last time I think if we had a more clean race, we could have done a lot better. So I really think we should be, in that top three every single time with that difficulty we were at. So I raised it a little bit, and hopefully we'll stay a little bit more in the middle pack. Have more action there. So it looks like so we're gonna have some wet qualies here. So looks like they want us to stay on the wets. For our tire compound. All right, I'm gonna trust our team here. We're just gonna go with it, and we're gonna get right into the qualifying here. So I think this is my. I haven't done many wet races, but I remember it being pretty cool in past F1 games where it's like it feels just so realistic. Like having the raindrops on your face and like seeing when you go faster. It's like the rain gets whooshed up in your face. So it's definitely cool. You can see why so many like F1 racers actually use this as like real simulation for race day. 'Cause it's ultra realistic. It's really just stupid how crazy this technology is. Um, yeah, so far we've had a pretty clean quali. Leclerc's in front of us. Still, his car just out races us in the straights. Looks like everyone's does. We were just in first up until the straight, so hopefully we can bring it back here in the corners. I'm having that problem again where I hit the sides of the walls. It's like I don't know what it is. I feel like I have more room than I do, and I just kind of like throw myself in there, try to get a real tight racing line. But I think I need to give myself some more room so we don't have a situation like last time where we kind of screw up our wing and then the rest of the races kind of just goes to waste. So we're hanging in there right now. We're in 7th. It seems like this is where we kind of been the entire series so far. Looks like we're going to finish in 7th as well. We're kind of just in that 7 to 8 range sort of every single race along with our teammates, so it's kind of where I want to be. Um,
With
and
qualifying
it will make
finished,
it
it's
interesting. And
time
see,
to remind
there's our
ourselves once
teammate in
again
9th,
of
so
our
it makes
top three:
sense.
Leclerc,
Um,
Verstappen,
I
and
do want to
Carlos
figure out. I
Sainz.
think we need
That
to make
wraps
some
up
upgrades
qualifying,
here
but don't worry,
because
we'll be back tomorrow.
our car just feels like so much slower in the straights, and we're Ferrari as well, with Leclerc, so it's like really it should be just about even, but who knows? but we're gonna head into this race here. I'm gonna see if there's any upgrades I can make from the racing tab here. Ooh, so it looks like can we select our rivalry yet? I don't think that we've done that. We'll have to get into that after the race here. But yeah, I'm gonna see if I can make some adjustments here and get some upgrades, and I will let you guys know once I get all that figured out. All right, so I made some suggestions for things that our team should upgrade. Not sure what they're going to be able to do, successfully. I saw there's potential for failure, so we'll see how that goes. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and as you can see in the top right here, I changed the session length and everything. So, um, oh, okay, so it looks like it's this right. This race is 15 laps, not 16. So we're gonna go ahead and click on that and get right into it. This will be my first time doing formation laps and pit stops. Um, First time ever doing formation laps because that I don't think that was in the last F1 at all. So this will be a learning experience. I'm sure this race will certainly be quite the interesting one, to say the least. But we'll see how it goes. I'm sure it'll
That's a
be
big victory to be
entertaining.
once again.
So,
Okay, now that we've got some good points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
all right. So we're aiming for another top 10 finish here, guys. Um, you guys better not mess me up in the pits today. I'm gonna need as much help as I can get because I am certainly nothing special in the pits. I saw you have to like optimally like perfectly time up when you turn in and stuff. It looks like it's just a lot going on, especially for someone who hasn't practiced it yet. So it's gonna be interesting. So we're gonna see how this goes. Let's check out our race strategy. Looks like we're just gonna have some normal weather and stuff, so it doesn't look like we're gonna have to change anything. I'm gonna trust that the F1 professionals and the AI know what they're talking about, know what they're doing. So we're not gonna mess with any of this stuff, nor do I know what it means. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start the race. All right, and we're off. So we have to maintain. Oh, got to release the
Okay,
clutch there.
so the checks are good.
So we have to maintain our position here. So we're going to just go nice and smooth. Just get, looks like I have to get the tires nice and warm. So we're just, kind of just going, kind of peaceful. It looks like we're doing a little bit of twirl kind of thing, a little bit swerving, get these tires warm. But we're just gonna stay right behind Hamilton here in seventh place. I got a teammate 2 places behind us. That's actually the same situation we were in last race as well.
No rain currently expected.
So no rain expected. That's perfect. Hopefully it stays that way because we do not have any other alternate race strategy set up, and nor do I really know what we should do for that. But we'll learn as we go along in the process. Um, but yeah, this formation lap was certainly something I didn't want to miss out on in this F1. So I didn't want to keep doing the short race kind of format. I thought, this was cool. It was like it was the new addition. It's definitely something that we should add on. Not something we should skip out on. But so that was kind of the main idea behind moving to a medium session length instead of the short. And I also think there's more stuff that can really go down in 15 laps rather than 5. We could lose a lot of places in an extra 10 laps, and we could also gain a lot of places. There's just a lot that can go on. Um, yeah, I think it'll be more entertaining. Really, it has more of that real race feel. So we're gonna see how that goes. We have to return to our starting grid. We were on the left side, I remember. I think. I'm not sure how this works. I think we're on left side. I think Hamilton was to our right. Don't run into him here. Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna come right up behind Perez. Stop. Perfect.
Okay, incredible parking there. Nice one. That's going to
All
go
right.
to the edge if you can get good
Wonder what
enough
happens
until
if
the
we
race
don't
starts.
get credible parking. I wonder if it's like a
Keep an eye on the lights.
violation or
The start
something
sequence
like
will begin
that.
as soon as the grid is formed. Be
All
ready
right.
with the clutch.
Looks like the grid is formed. We're gonna engage our clutch. We're gonna reach our optimal RPM, and we're off. We're gonna try to start out pretty aggressive here. See if we can gain a few places. We don't want to run into the back of anybody. Looks like we got past Hamilton there. So we're going to gain a position for that. We're going to try to stay defensive here. Get past him, not let him regain that position. Don't run into the backs of anybody though. It's a good move there. Really got to focus on these corners. Don't want to be playing bumper cars like how we were last game. Also don't want to be going off or last race. Also don't want to be going off the sides of the track. It is seriously underrated how difficult it is to commentate during an F1 race. So it looks like we didn't get too much ground covered against us in that straight, which is what I was worried about. Is what we saw in the qualifying. We were very much so overtaken in that straight. There's still a lot of race left, of course, so we're not going to talk too soon about what could happen and what won't. So we're going to keep on trying to keep Hamilton behind us. Hopefully our teammate didn't get too messed up at the beginning too. But yeah, it was a clean start. We're heading into our second lap here. Charles Leclerc had the fastest at 1:29. We're not too far behind him. We're just about 3 seconds behind. Actually, technically is a lot in F1, but not a lot from a statistical standpoint. So, looks like Russell is right on our tail, about 1/10 of a second behind. We're going to try to defend the inside here, not let him get by. Looks like we're putting a little bit more distance in between us. We're up to 0.3 of a second now between us and Hamilton. And it looks like he's going to try to get by us. We got to give him room, and he's going to get by.
Okay, we've lost the position. That's us down a place.
This is the spot that I was worried about too, the straight. So this is definitely going to be something we're going to have to look to for the rest of the race. Looks like we're starting to gain on him a little bit though. We almost got him on the inside there. He was able to go a little bit further than us though. Certainly putting some space between us here. Slow down. Don't go over that curve too much. Mess up our suspension. Really gotta test the limits of our car here. Gonna have to make back some time. Charles Leclerc had the fastest lap again. He is just ripping through us this season. DRS is now enabled. We really just got to stay in range of Hamilton here. I'd love to be able to get past him, get top 5, but right now we're chilling in 7th, which is where we started in qualifying. It was nice to get that spot on him to begin with in the race. Oh no. Yeah, that definitely hurt a little bit. We lost some time there. But yeah, it was definitely nice to get that. Oh my gosh, we're losing it. It was definitely nice to get that spot over Hamilton to begin with in the beginning of the race. I was hoping to be able to keep that for a while more, not just a lap or two. But that's a part of the game, Looks like the people behind us gained a lot more time on us in that straight again. There's something just about the straights we lose time completely. I'd love to invest in a steering wheel for this thing. I've heard it certainly has a lot of advantages. And it just looks cool, being able to have the wheel and the pedals and stuff. It sounds pretty cool. Certainly something I'd be interested in doing in the future, but for right now I have to worry about... Oh my gosh, that was certainly a dirty move right there. We kind of just cut out right in front of him so he couldn't get by. But yeah, it looks like Alonso behind us is getting pretty aggressive, and he's just destroying us in the straights.
Okay, gap to the car ahead is 3.4 seconds.
Yeah. Alright, we get it. The guy ahead of us is just far. We certainly are out of DRS range, but it's definitely worrying considering how much distance we've lost in between us. It's like, I don't know, it's like nothing to shoot for now. We're kind of just defensively trying not to let the guy behind us, get in front of us, and there's no goal to get in front of anybody, and he got right past us. It's like too easy for him, You just gotta stay in his slipstream. Looks like we're gonna lose some time on that corner because we tried to get around him and it was not worth it. But there's still a lot of racing left here. It's gonna depend a lot on pit stops and when people go in. We're sticking with Alonso here, trying not to do anything stupid. But I'm also really trying to jam on that gas, not let him get out of range. If we can really stay in his slipstream, get that DRS. I don't know when we're going to be able to make a move on him though. I don't know where the DRS gets enabled. I haven't really been paying attention yet. I've been kind of sidetracked, but took a questionable racing path there. But it looks like it didn't completely screw us over yet. That was a good corner there. Alright, we're heading into our 6th lap. Pit window is now open. Really gotta stay clean here. Try not to mess anything up. I'd love to be able to stay in that top 10 area. Maybe get back a spot or two. Ooh, that was not a very good corner for Alonso. We are certainly gaining on him. Looks like we kind of lost our window there, but we're gonna have to find a spot here soon. Just gotta stay in his slipstream. Looks like he's just overpowering us completely. Using up a lot of our battery, but it's alright. Have to stay in this race here. See, we're just a lot faster than around the corner, so we're gonna have to take note of that, take advantage of that. That's gonna be where our game is. We're gonna have to just really hope for some good corners. That was a good move, but ended up not paying off. I don't think we lost too much time off of it though. It's probably worth it. Let them know that we're here, you know. So it looks like we're gonna want to go into the pits now. He's going into the pits also. We're gonna want to slow down. Alright, we're gonna have to time it up perfectly. Optimal. That was perfect. Alright. Hopefully no issues here. Perfect. Alright. So these tires are going to last us to the end. That's pretty much perfect. We're going to be in 16th now, but it's not as bad as it looks because other cars will enter in later. But I'm feeling good with where we're at right now. We're going to have to make up some of this time again against Alonso because we were pretty close before we went into the pits, and it looks like he had a better pit crew, get him through a little bit faster, but that's okay. We're both on mediums now, looks like, and he's just gonna fly through these straights on us, but we know where our game lies. Our game lies in those corners, so we're really gonna have to take advantage of that every way that we can. This has definitely been a much cleaner race than last time, so we're gonna try to keep that up. Definitely have a lot of space between us and the guy behind us, so not a lot to distract us. We just have our eyes forward. Let's stick on Alonso here. We're over halfway done, heading into our 8th lap of 15. And this is where we're going to make back a lot of our spots. We're right back to where we were, so that's perfect. We didn't lose anything from the pits. So that's pretty much exactly where you want to be. We were in 8th before we went into the pits, and still in 8th, so that's perfect. So we're going to try to make a move on Alonso here pretty soon. We had to break around that corner. He had a much better turn than us. But yeah, it looks like we're gaining on him here, which is ideal. Heading into these middle laps here. Looks like we're going to stay in the slipstream. We're looking a lot faster than him here, which is a change of events considering how much faster he looked than us before. His race path definitely looks a lot better, but it is very hard to do this on controller, so I'm gonna have to give credit where it's due. I'm sure I'd be doing a lot better if I had the wheel, but whatever, what can you do? Let's see, this is where we tried to make a move last time. Warning, okay, we got a warning. Can't exceed track limits too much. It worked last time, we didn't get anything for it, so I tried it again, and oh no. Okay. So that collision there, we were certainly thrown off from the warning that we got, and I think we kind of lost focus, and we just tried to make back some time, and we ended up just going right into the back of Alonso. So, Alexander is out of the session, so that's not good. Hopefully he's all good. But yeah, so we kind of just lost focus there, which is definitely something that we're gonna want to work on. Um, but yeah, we can't run into the back of people, so and we can't exceed track limits. So those are two things that'll make or break. And Alonso is certainly taking, not taking it for granted that I am just all over the place as a driver. Um, yeah, he's gaining a lot of distance in between us, but that's okay. Still have a lot of race left to go, a lot of track. So, oh no, that's gonna screw us up. That's not good. The See, I just don't understand that, because we had, well, there goes this race. That's not good. We had a green race pad, and so I just stayed at that speed I was going, and it flung us right off the track. I don't understand that. I probably should have just trusted my gut instead, because now we're gonna end up probably losing our top 10 finish here, because this guy behind us is moving on us, and we're certainly not making any progress towards moving up. Certainly not going to get past Alonso like how we were trying before, so we're going to have to put that behind us here, and just look forward. We're now heading into lap 12. We have about 3 seconds in between us and the next place in front of us, and about a second in between us and the guy behind us. So we're just going to play the rest of this race defensively. We really want to stay top 10, and 10th place is still technically top 10, but it just doesn't feel, right. So I'm going to try to stay, in this 9th place range, this 9th place range, and try to put as much distance in between us and 10th place as we can. Maybe our teammate can try to make a move over top of him, and we can both get top 10. That'd be probably pretty huge, but for the most part, so far it's been a pretty mediocre race for Dealers Motors. But that's alright. We're technically supposed to be middle of the pack racers anyway. We're not supposed to get top 5 every single time, so that's alright. And plus we raised the difficulty, and this is our first race on medium session length anyway. So I didn't expect a whole lot. So I think 9th place is definitely not a complete failure at all. So yeah, we're going to finish out this race, and hopefully we can maintain our positioning, and maybe if we get lucky, we can get past Norris, but I'm not seeing that as a possibility for right now. So, and there it goes again. See, I just follow the racing path at the speed that it wants me to, and and there goes the race. Oh my gosh. There goes the whole race. Alright, well, luckily we have flashback here, but that is definitely not ideal. See, I don't understand. There's gotta be something wrong with our car, because there's multiple things here. We shouldn't be losing this much positioning, and I know it's partially because of messing up our positioning and stuff, not being able to follow the racing path accurately, and going off the side and stuff. But looking at the guys behind us, and how often we just get passed, that should not be happening. We get overpowered in the straights. It's the corners are fine, I guess, but it's still not great, It's definitely some upgrades to be made, and certainly a pretty big letdown for the team today. Not a great driving performance. Started off pretty strong, but I think we probably jinxed ourselves somewhere in the middle on there when we said it was going good. It just got pretty sloppy, But it's nothing we can't bounce back from. We'll make the upgrades, we'll invest in the team, and we're still, we're in 10th place right now, as long as we don't get passed again. But we really just gotta trust our gut more, you know, not rely on this racing path or anything like that, and you know, race a little bit more tame, you know, not trying to get first place or anything. Just try to, you know, make 2 or 3 moves the whole race. You know, try to get a spot or 2 back. But at the end of the day, we're a middle tier team. You know, like we're not contenders yet. We're gonna build our way up to that, but we're not trying to just get, you know, plopped right down into the F1 team or into the F1 league really and just absolutely dominate. You know, there's no fun in that. So. And there we go. We have the checkered flag, and there we have it. So we got dusted this race. I'm not gonna lie. We ended up in 10th. That was our goal. We wanted to get a top 10 finish. Just kind of barely, you know, scraping what was, you know, potential. We could have done a lot more. We kind of underachieved here, you know, finishing in 10th. But that's okay. I'll be interested to see where our teammate finished and hopefully see where we can upgrade for future reference.
Let's see how the driver's standings have changed. Charles Leclerc's points today take him to the top of the championship standings. Let's focus on the driver of the day.
So it looks like our teammate ended up in 20th of 22nd. Probably our fault, but we finished in 10th here.
Let's move on to the constructors.
It could always be worse. So we only had 10k in damage deductions, which is not awful, but we only had 90k. Okay, so we had 3 million in earnings, which is actually better than it was last time around. So that's definitely surprising, considering our performance was definitely much more lackluster. But you know, whatever. I'm not complaining. So I'm gonna look into some of these upgrades and stuff. Hopefully we'll be set up a little bit better for next race, and we'll definitely do some more practice in the, you know, off camera. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed. Hopefully I'll be getting this 3rd part out sometime today after recording this. And then the 4th part hopefully coming out tomorrow or the day after whenever I post this. So yeah, thank you all for watching.